Hello lovely human beings, welcome back to my channel. It's Loretta with Sparrowhawker Designs. This is block number 17 out of 24 for my travel themed crazy quilt. I'm getting close. um, I think I showed you last time this had a the focal point was this thing that had a train on it, and so I put a lady's glove, which is kind of the theme for this quilt, and I put this is actually like a part of a necklace, so I put that on there. I put this came on a big piece of fabric. There's a bunch of them there. They're white, and I inked them. I didn't stain them. I used inks. I think it was like Tim Holtz inks or whatever. So this is sort of a champagne pinky color. Put a doily here that I dyed brown. And then right here I put this charm. It says, it's like the old-fashioned perfume bottle with a key, because you know, one of the things, like when you think of Paris, you think of the Eiffel Tower, you think of chocolate, and you think of things like perfume and good wine, and so anyway. And then I stamped this Eiffel Tower on a piece of muslin and embroidered it down. And then up here I did kind of a big fan with a yo-yo, and I did a buttonhole stitch around it, and I did some sequins on the end of each blade of the fan, and then I did a feather stitch on every blade. And this fabric actually came, I don't remember where I got it actually, but it was these little kind of 2x3 squares of the backs of the old photos. Somebody had made fabric out of that, and I only bought a yard of it. I should have bought more. Anyway, I cut them out and used them individually as the blades. And then here we have a blue toile, which I just love. I love toile. And then we have this very, very, very old piece of trim here. I don't know if you can see, but I put little beads every so often, and then I did some stitching, and then some bugle beads, which in person just sparkle like crazy. I don't know if that shows up because they're kind of etched, so I don't know if you can see that in the video or not. And then I love this piece of fabric. This was actually a piece of fabric that my daughter used for one of her costumes. She makes medieval dresses and gowns and stuff. And then just some stitching there, also with a few little beads on the end of it. And then down here I have 3 yo-yos, and I had these. I make these leaves. They're done with Delica beads, and I do like a peyote stitch and make these leaves. And I had made a bunch of them, and these were kind of like the ones I had left over. And so they don't match, but I thought that was okay because the yo-yos don't match. So, and then some stitching down here. So actually, I made this yo-yo, but the rest of the yo-yos all came from a crazy quilt friend who passed away. And the funny thing about this piece of trim, I just thought it was just beautiful, this piece of trim. Like, look at the detail in that. There's so much detail in it. Like, this is like 3-dimensional, right? So I sewed it on up, wrong side up. I sewed it on backwards the first time, and then had to go in and rip it all out and flip it over. You know, some trims and stuff you can get by with. It doesn't really matter like which side you use, but this one with the little 3-dimensional petals there was so obvious that which side was supposed to be used, but I guess not obvious enough for me at the time. So anyway, yeah, so that was that took like a day of me sewing it on, ripping it out, and re-sewing it on. So anyway, I hope everybody, this is block 17, yeah, 17. So I hope everybody is doing well and taking care. This is the block for next month. She's very pink. I like this pink. So this quilt is kind of like pink and peach and beige and brown and blue. And I deliberately avoided as much green as I could. Not that I don't like, actually I love green. Green's probably my favorite color, but I just didn't want it in this quilt because I have another crazy quilt planned that's going to be a flower and garden themed, and I was going to use quite a bit of green in that. So anyway, plus I have so much stuff that has green in it, I thought I sort of challenged myself, I guess. Don't use green. So there's a little bit in some of the fabrics, but if you'll notice when you go back and look at the other blocks, there's very little green. I tried to. So anyway, this one is very pink. Is the point I'm trying to get across. Some of the blocks are more peachy, like this one, and some are more pink. And a big piece of pink satin here, and I cannot wait to. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm excited about it. So anyway, this will be block number 18, and that is 17. And if you want to see the other blocks up close, there are videos for each one. Most of them are only 5 or 6 minutes long. I think maybe the earlier ones were a little longer because I was trying to explain things a little more, but now I've sort of explained it all, that I didn't really want to repeat myself. And also, a few of them might be a little longer because I might have something else on the video. But for the most part, they're all not very long. They're all like 5, 6, 7 minutes. So anyway, okay guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.